Three, two, one. Let's get it. This is First Thoughts. I'm your host, Marsh Bice. And normally I like to record this and then I post it on the live stream. But for some reason, I have disk space problems on my computer. So I got to go live and then I'll figure out the recordings later. So, the First Thoughts, these are raw, unedited thoughts before they go to the Marsh Bice podcast. And it's important for me to write every single day. Writing has literally saved my life, and expressing my writing has created success for me after being at the bottom rung in life, man. Demoted, bankrupt, obese, alcoholic, suicidal. And it was through expressing my writing every single day, or writing every day, and then expressing what I write. I happen to do it through a microphone, but you may want to do it through poetry, through the written word, through pottery, through a canvas, whatever your medium is. But it's important that you express your art, and you are an artist. And so these are first thoughts because I have to write every day, but the Marsh Bice podcast only comes out once a week. I got to get this out, and then they'll get refined and end up on the podcast at a later date. So I'm a big fan of going to the library. I happen to have a library card. Hopefully you do too. That way you don't have to buy a bunch of books all the time. But I love going to the library and just looking through books. And I've just been on a big kick lately of creativity. And I happened to check out this book yesterday. Conscious Creativity is the name of the book. Look, Connect, and Create by Philippa Stanton, Stanton, Philippa. And at first, man, when I checked out the book, I didn't really thumb through it or anything like that. I just looked at the title. And so I'm like, all right. And so I brought it home. And I'm a big fan of, I don't believe that you have to read a book from cover to cover. I open up the book and just thumb through the table of contents, find something that resonates with me, and rock out from there. And that's exactly what I did. At first, man, when I opened this book, I'm like, oh, snap, this is about painting and stuff like that, because it's a big picture book and stuff like that. So I'm like, oh, I guess I got the wrong book. But I stayed with it, man. I just kept thumbing through and just kind of on a scavenger hunt, seeing if I could find something. I try to read for ideas, not necessarily something that I can parrot a specific message, but I try to read for ideas, something that spawns my creativity and something that I can run with. And on page 35, hopefully I can read my own handwriting, I came across a passage there in the book. And Philippa wrote, I certainly think most creatives would be able to admit to fear and insecurity on a weekly, if not daily basis. What if everyone hates my work? What if I look like an idiot? What if people see who I really am? What if I have to go back to where I started? I don't think those feelings can ever be totally dispelled. So you have to cultivate an inner mantra of it doesn't matter, even if you don't quite believe it. You know, there's a stark difference between saying, I don't care versus it doesn't matter. One is protection, and the other is progress. See, I don't care is a way of protecting yourself against failure and judgment. It's a layer of protection. But if you think about it, it's really a lie. Think about when you say, I don't care. I don't care. What are you doing? You're putting up the defenses because you're fearful of the failure. You're fearful of being criticized. You're fearful of being judged. And it's all a lie because you do care. Very much so. And it stings to be rejected. It stings to be a failure. It stings, hurts to be proven wrong. But there's something incredibly liberating about the mantra, it doesn't matter. Because when you feel the hesitation of not pushing forward, for fear of judgment and failure. When you're faced with the uncertainty, you simply say, it doesn't matter. And you push forward anyway. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? What if no one likes what I put out there? What if they say no? What if I'm criticized? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I push past the fear. Because, see, the result is independent of the effort. I can't control the result. Maybe there were things I didn't fully anticipate or realize, but I push forward anyway. And it's independent. I can heavily influence the result, but I can't fully control it. And when you feel that hesitation, when you feel that pull back and that judgment creeping in and that criticism and that past barking at you, you simply say, it doesn't matter. Whatever the result is, I'm going to be okay. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be better than okay. Because I braved new waters. And I learned and am learning how to embrace uncertainty. I just embrace it. A lot of unknown. It doesn't matter. I learned how to handle the adversity. I don't hold the adversity. I handle it. I figure it out. I analyze. I adjust. I go back at it again. Saying the words, it doesn't matter, is a way of evolving. Keeps you growing. It keeps you progressing. It's a way of not settling. It's a way of getting stronger. It's a passive way almost. It's not something you even announce to anybody. It's not something you really see. It's just when you feel that hesitation, when you're fearful, when you're like playing it out in your mind, you're like, I think this is what's going to happen. And you say, it doesn't matter. The best part is, even if you don't quite believe it, you can say it doesn't matter. That's what's beautiful about it. You don't have to even fully believe it. You just say it. It gives you permission to try anyway, independent of the results. It doesn't matter. And the more you say it, the more you do it, the more you say it and do it, the more you'll believe it. All right, let's get out of here. For more content like this, go over to the Marsh Bice podcast. There you will find almost 800 episodes about mental toughness daily. Mental toughness daily is 5 skills, 6 checkpoints to handle 3 things: adversity, uncertainty, and complacency. It's a daily ritual. That's how you become mentally tough. It's progression every single day. It's small slices. So that's what we talk about on the Marsh Bice podcast. So head over there. If you're listening to First Thoughts, check that out. The Marsh Bice podcast. If you're at the Marsh Bice podcast, check out First Thoughts. I'm done for the week. I'm going to put 3 of those out this week, and the rest of the week I'm taking off. But these are my raw thoughts, unedited. You get them first before they end up on the official podcast itself. So either way, whichever one that you're listening to, please share this with someone else. If you're watching this, drop your comments below and let me know if I can help. All right. With that, like we always do, remember, keep it simple, keep it moving, never settle, stay tough. Stay amazing. Peace.